Yes!
Hey everyone, Dante here with the Raging Geek, and today we're going to take a look at Universal Monsters Frankenstein. Now, Frankenstein, the name of the scientist, as the box further states, Ultimate Frankenstein's Monster, so though we have a tendency to call the monster Frankenstein, he's just the monster. The Frankenstein is the scientist. So Frankenstein's monster dealt a bad hand from the beginning. He was given the defective brain. When he was brought to life, he had a couple incidents where, the locals around town found out. Eventually they stormed the castle and rioted, and, it led to the demise of the monster. It was hard not to feel sorry for the monster. Despite all of his flaws, definitely a monster everyone has kind of grown to love, I want to say. But back to the figure. Got this at Target. This was $32.99. Now, these are, I've been back to Target since. There's a lot of these laying around. They also have the Mummy, and I'm not sure if they're NECA figures, but there's also a line out there where they have the Wolfman. So taking a look inside the box, you got some artwork inside, and he comes with a few accessories. He comes with 3 heads, and he comes with shackles. He comes with some daisies, and that's the part with the little girl, and that's one of the incidents he had where he he accidentally throws her into the lake, and he has 3 sets of hands. So we're going to open this up. We'll take a closer look. This is Universal Monsters Ultimate Frankenstein's Monster by NECA. Let's open it up and take a closer look. So take a look at Frankenstein's Monster. One thing I really like about this figure is the lifted shoes that he has on. They're really got a wide base, so he stands very firm on the ground. So you definitely this figure definitely will stand on its own with no issues at all. Look at those feet. They're nice and heavy. They're solid. They're wide. They got great soles on his shoes there. He stands really firm, which is cool. Alright, don't make me a liar, Frankie. So let's take a look at the accessories. I have to say I really like the heads and the facial expressions, and you could really do some funny stuff with this. I mean, look at these heads. These are great. It's funny because they're very reminiscent of the Night of the Living Dead series. So Night of the Living Dead, you have Dawn of the Dead. If you've seen Day of the Dead, he reminds me of the zombie that the doctor was doing all the experiments on, and trying to kind of civilize him. Those are great heads. Look at those heads. I mean, come on. The realism on those heads are awesome. Just think of all the crazy photos you could do with this. Wine good. Wine very good. It's just so ridiculous. Then we have the hands. Very subtle differences on the hands. These hands, he's kind of has an open grip, like he's grasping at something. These hands are definitely tailored for the daisies when he's holding the daisies. So you would do something like, he'd be like that with the daisies. It's almost like a matador. Call me El Matador. Yeah. I said this has got to be like one of the funnest figures I've seen in a while. I mean, just with the expressions on the face. He's such a solid figure too. He's just like pure joy in a plastic figure. And then you have the hands that he comes with, and it's kind of just like his normal posed hands, like as if he was just walking or something, or doing his thing that Frankenstein likes to do. So when you put his shackles on, you basically got to take his hands off first, and then you slip on whatever hands he wants. He's like, will they really think these will hold me? It's just so ridiculous. I know what they're all thinking, but I didn't do it. Trust me, I didn't do it. I am bad. I am bad. In general, this figure's got some good mobility, especially considering it's Frankenstein. I mean, he's pretty flexible. The legs are really flexible, surprisingly flexible. The knees bend. Everything bends great. One thing I really noticed that is interesting, not only his head turns, but his neck also shifts, which is really cool. So you can really do some extreme head poses. And it's funny because everything moves around like this. I mean, it's really cool. He's like, ha 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 ha. There's no limit to the possibilities. Did they think they can chain me? Nothing will keep me from my daisies. Daisies, good. Roses, bad. Chains, bad. There you have it, folks. If you like the Universal monsters, specifically Frankenstein's monster, you gotta get this figure. This is a great figure. Great flexibility, great detail, an awesome array of accessories. This is probably one of the better figures from NECA I've seen in a while. Lots of fun. $32.99. Go to your local Target. They're not hard to find. This is Frankenstein's Monster. This was The Raging Geek. I hope you enjoyed this video. Come again soon. Take care. Hey! Be sure to like and subscribe to The Raging Geek. Capiche?
Raging Geek. Retro. All things geek. Where geeks can be geeks. Raging Geek. Retro. All things geek. Where geeks can be geeks.